Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Newcastle United, and it has finally happened. We have dropped off the top of the table because we haven't played our match this week. We are 2 points behind Manchester United. We have to play Norwich in today's episode. A victory will put us back on top of the table, obviously by 1 point, but the fact that United are still pushing us so closely really does concern me. So in between episodes, we have played just the two matches. One league game up against Wolverhampton Wanderers. It was a 2-1 victory. Romero and Marlon Charles with the goals here. Against St Etienne, we won 4-0. So we're in a Europa Cup Europa Cup 2 semi-final, I assume. So we're not actually going to play the St Etienne match on camera now. We're going to have Sheffield United instead. So it's going to be Norwich starting things off, Sheffield United later on in the episode, and then a little bit of a St Etienne highlight, maybe, I don't know, in the middle of the match. In the middle of the episode as well, makes a lot more sense. So without further ado, let's jump in to the first match of the episode. Norwich find themselves down in 10th place. They don't really have much to play for, do they? They are too far away from 7th place Southampton. So basically, we just need to not lose. We need to win. We just need to win everything between now and the end of the season. For the first time since probably early January, we've got a full-strength squad-ish. It's not full strength, but we're close enough. In goal is going to be Adenauer, back four of Restrepo, Andre Flo and Johnny Santos. Santos is the only one who's questionable because Delati is only match fit for 45 minutes, but Johnny Santos is still 3.5 star ability, so he's not terrible at football. Charles Cesar, Bill Melbourne, Christ Choli in the middle. Jabari Stanford, Marlon Charles and Cesar Giuraidini will be the front three. On the bench as well, we are still pretty strong. We've got the bad boy Bobby Mills, Almada, Coleman, Romero, Delati, Zelaya and Wang is also on the bench because he's been there all season. This has got banana skin written all over it. This has banana skin written all over it, and I do not want to lose this match. I'm more nervous about this match than I was against Liverpool in the last episode, because Liverpool, you kind of expect to lose. Norwich, a team that I've not been historically good against, you should be beating, especially as we're a team who've been sat at the top of the table for most of the season. We are 3 minutes in. There is a highlight with the ball at Norwich's feet. Quero on the right-hand side in front of the dugouts, forward to Brunskill. Is he going to get past his man Restrepo on that left-hand side? Brunskill still has it, crosses in. Stokes is there, goes for goal. His headed effort is over the bar. It is going to be a goal kick. Well, 20 minutes in, we've had no more highlights since that first one. We are doing everything by the looks of it. A lot of possession, a lot of shots. No highlights so far to speak of going our way. It's going to be 0-0 at half-time and we're going to have no highlights. It's a dull 0-0, isn't it? Hold on. 2 minutes left to play the first half and something might actually happen. Andre with the ball for us. Charles Cesar plays it across. The Colombian Restrepo finds Marlon Charles on the halfway line. Runs forward with the ball over the top. Jabari Stanford controls it. Goes for goal. And what a finish that is from Jabari Stanford. £135 million worth of goal. We are 1-0 up against Norwich. And at half-time, we are top of the table once again. Let's not balls this up. Let's just get the 3 points. That's all we can really do. Get the 3 points. If we can win 4 or 5-0, we'll fix our goal difference as well. But it's all about the points. It's in our court. The ball is in our court if we want to win this league. If we don't ever lose a game, we're going to win the league. Half-time, I've not done any changes, although in the middle of the pitch, we are struggling. There is an early highlight for Norwich. Quero with it. Andre Trinidad. Good name, like it. Quero again. Andre Trinidad once again. Quero to Trinidad. These two, just have... Do you want to just play football by yourself, lads? Because you haven't passed to anyone else in about 40 seconds now. Anderson with it. Finally, somebody new. Giuraidini steals the ball away, who's potentially going to win the Young Player of the Year award. Gets past his man, goes for goal, places it into the back of the net. His 26th goal of the season. 50 minutes on the clock. 2-0 up against Norwich. We're back at the top of the table. We've got ourselves a free kick. Marlon Charles has stepped up to take it. He's gone for goal. It's clipped the top of the bar. It has gone over. Right, it's probably time to do some subs. Not quite sure what we're going to do. We'll have a highlight instead. Fair enough. Restrepo with the ball to Giuraidini. Restrepo gets it back. Forward again. Giuraidini, lovely control. Places it past the goalkeeper. It's 3-0. His 27th goal of the season. He's 21 years old, by the way. I don't know how I found this man, but he is 21 years old. And he has arguably been our best striker ever in this save. 10 seasons we've played, and Giuraidini, we found him right near the end, has suddenly turned into the best striker we've ever seen. Stokes to Evander for Norwich. Lewis on the left-hand side. 65 minutes played. Lewis crosses in. Nobody's there. Brunskill's at the back post. Brunskill was a player I was looking at to sign as that right winger, by the way. He's made it 3-1. Right, we've got a highlight just about to start, but we're going to do some changes. We're going to do Cheolate off. And we're going to do a bit of a rearrange. And we're going to do Delati. There we go, there we go. That's not what I wanted at all. We want that, and then we want a central defender, which I do have Zelaya. There we go. That's what we're going to do. I think that's probably all we're going to do for the moment. And then is this highlight going to actually do anything? Adnan with a goal kick. Long ball upfield finds Marlon Charles to Giardini. He plays it across. Bill Melbourne over the top. Jabari Stanford's going to hopefully keep it in play. Stanford does keep it in play. Crosses in. No options apart from Marlon Charles. His headed effort is just over the bar. I thought that might have been a save, but apparently not. Throw for Andre to Melbourne. Back to Andre again. Inside to Charles Cesar. Cesar to Bill Melbourne. Marlon Charles. Stanford controls it. He's got an option to the right. Back instead. Now Johnny Santos gets it into the area. Makes it 4-1. His third goal of the season. We've got 22 minutes left to play. This could be 5 or 6. I want to do some subs, but I don't think I can really justify it. We're going to do something. And we're just going to do this more for fitness concerns. So the bad boy's going to come on for Marlon Charles. Restrepo's also going to come off for Robert Coleman, who I keep calling Richard, but his name is Robert. He's going to come on. Final 10 minutes. We've got ourselves a throw. Charles Cesar with it to Stanford, Melbourne. Bobby Mills. Bobby Mills gets it back. We're going the wrong way, Bobby. There you go. Finds Robert Coleman. Now Flo. Forward to Johnny Santos, who scored 1 of our 4 goals. Stanford into the area. Is he going to get a second of the game? Tries to chip it over our former goalkeeper, Freddie Woodman, but Woodman holds on. Corner for Norwich. We're still not quite at the end of the game. We've got a minute of normal time to play. Anderson in the middle to Lewis. Lewis going away from goal. Stanford doesn't manage to nick the ball away. Coleman's in front. Crossed in instead. Zelaya heads down. Trinidad to Russell to Balogun. His effort hits the post and we can hopefully get the ball clear. The full-time whistle goes then. It is a 4-1 victory. Cesar Giardini picking up Man of the Match award with 2 goals. 19 shots we had as well. Back on top of the table. So there is confirmation that we are back on top. What we're going to do now, we do have to play St Etienne in 4 days' time. We're not going to see that match. Instead, we're going to go straight through and we're going to go to the Sheffield United match. That's who we're playing next. And I guess we need to keep an eye on who Manchester United are playing. Who have they got next? Aston Villa on the Saturday. So they are playing before us. Villa are actually, they're in a relegation battle. So Villa might cause them a bit of a problem. Well, would you look at that? Aston Villa doing us a favour. I don't know. Does that mean Manchester United still go to the top of the table? They do. On goal difference? Is it goals scored? They're on the top of the table by 1 goal. Are you actually having a laugh? They've scored 1 more goal than we have. We've still got our game in hand. So, if we can win against Sheffield United, we will go back to the top of the table and we'll be 3 points clear at the top of the table. And if we win 2-0, we will have scored more goals than Man United as well. Also, worth talking about, we've just played at St Etienne as well. We've beaten them 1-0, so we go through to the Europa League 2 semi-finals. We've got FC Copenhagen. I'm probably not going to play that on camera. Probably going to do Man United and Aston Villa in the next episode. And then Huddersfield Reading. And then maybe have a Europa League final special episode somewhere. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would love nothing more than for his Sheffield United team to beat Newcastle and help out his former Manchester United team, wouldn't he? He would absolutely love that. Unfortunately, Ollie, Sheffield United have never beaten us. They've barely drawn. They've drawn 4. We've won 8 times. There's always a time for mistakes to happen, and I don't want to lose to Sheffield United. This is getting real nervy, real nervy. If we beat Sheffield United, thinking about it, if we beat Sheffield United, we go 3 points clear. We can then technically lose to Man United and still be top of the table, as long as goal difference kind of goes our way. Obviously, I don't want that to happen, but it's just something to keep in the back of our mind. Starting 11 then for Sheffield United. Adnan in goal, Delati, Zelaya, Andre and Restrepo. Flo drops to the bench because he's only on 84% fitness. I don't know why he's the only one who's knackered. I mean, everyone else played against St Etienne as well, but Flo, for some reason, just hasn't recovered. Charles Cesar, Bill Melbourne, Christ Shirley in the middle. Stanford, Charles and Giardini as those front 3. Jabari Stanford, I would like to point out, he's played 4 times for us and scored twice. For £135 million, he's got an average rating of 7.22 after 4 games. That's actually not bad. The injury, obviously not a good thing, but hopefully that's behind him now. That's past him. He's going to play until the end of the season. Pick up a Premier League winners' medal as well. Sheffield United have a worrying amount of real players in their squad. Ashby Hammond, Rodan, Roca, Eric Ramirez, Lemma and Anthony, all real players in their starting 11. Like, they must be getting on a bit. Like, they must be getting on. 31 years old for Joe Rodan. Who else? We've got Eric Ramirez. He's going to be 28, so he's one of the younger real players. Lemma, 29 years old. Anthony, their 29-year-old Brazilian top goal scorer with 8 goals this season. We've got defenders who've scored more than that. Without even kicking a ball, we do go top of the table, but that is expected. Ashby Hammond with the goal kick for Sheffield United. Jabari Stanford chests it down though. Plays it back to Delati, the Italian, who's wearing gloves. He's wearing gloves, everybody. Zelaya all the way back to Adonam in goal for Newcastle. Forward, Andre collects. He's got Restrepo on the left. He's also got Marlon Charles. Not going to get the ball though, is he? Now, Gaishard controls it. Runs over the halfway line. Chole with a great tackle. And now Giraudini plays it back. Not quite sure what he was thinking about there. Restrepo, Chole, now Marlon Charles. Run past your man, my friend. Run past your man. He's got 2 in the box. Is he going to cross it? He does cross it. Jabari Stanford's there at the back post. Keita blocks it. His name, by the way, is Naby Keita. It's not that Naby Keita. It's a different one. There is a corner. Zelaya, the central defender, has gone over to take it towards the front post. Charles doesn't go for the ball, though. Andre gets it back to the corner taker. Zelaya crosses in again. Marlon Charles this time straight into the hands of Ashby Hammond. Corner for Sheffield United. Anthony takes it back post. It's almost in. It's almost in. Restrepo controlled the ball on the goal line for some reason. We are seeing some VAR. I don't think it went in, but it certainly was close. It's not going massively well, is it? It is not going particularly well. We've had 4 shots, but so have they. Not a huge amount of highlights either. Just under 10 minutes to play of the first half. Going to be 0-0 at half time. Or maybe not. Ashby Hammond with the goal kick for Sheffield United. Anthony doesn't win the header. Andre does. Restrepo back to our goalkeeper Adonam. So, why did the highlight not start with Adonam with the ball at his feet? Andre to Chole. Restrepo, he's got some options in front. Marlon Charles is one of them. Please use him. Please use Marlon Charles. Please use Marlon Charles. He's got loads of space. He's got loads of space. Why are you not passing to him? We've gone back to Andre again. This highlight so far has involved 3 times the goalkeeper has had the ball. Zelaya, 4 times now. Adonam, once again. Andre with it. Left back, please. 5 times for Adonam. Why is it constantly going back to the goalkeeper? Jabari Stanford doesn't manage to get onto the end of his own header. And this highlight's a mess, isn't it? It's an absolute mess, which means there's probably going to be a goal any second now. Marlon Charles runs with it, keeps going into the penalty area, dodges a tackle across to Bill Melbourne. Jabari Stanford, he was miles offside, absolutely miles offside. What in the world was he thinking that, you know what, I'll put that in, because that's definitely going to count? How far offside was he? Like, he was easily, like, yeah, that's like 2 metres, isn't it? Good finish. Half time, it is 0-0. That is not good. We need to do something in the second half. A 1-0 victory will do. The 3 points will do. But I want to sort out our goal difference. I want to score 72 goals. So we've got more goals than United do. It's a throw for Restrepo. Giraudini now inside the Sheffield United half. And he said Southampton half. Eric Ramirez collects it. He's got no options in front of him. Is he going to need any? He goes for goal himself. Hits it wide of the post. Still 0-0. Our strikers are having an absolute shocker. 6.4s for 3 different players. 6.5 as well. Zelaya with a free kick, 61 minutes. Andre's there. The central defender goes for goal. Luca Ashby Hammond holds on to the effort. Is this going to carry on? Is this highlight carrying on? Ashby Hammond with the ball in his hands. Eventually just kicks it vertical. That didn't seem to go anywhere. Lovely control by Lemma. Back to Rodan. Forward. Delati heads down though. Stanford to Giraudini. He plays it back to Charles Cesar in the centre circle. Now Delati on the right hand side. Is he going to cross it in? Plays it back instead. Bill Melbourne now. Back once again to Delati. 3 in the box. If he wants to cross it in, if he's ever going to do it, now's the time. Stanford, what are you doing, buddy? We're 1-0 up. Giraudini, but what are you doing? He went for a Rabona and he pulled it off, to be fair. So Jabari Stanford, he did do a Rabona, right? He definitely went for a Rabona. Like, what was he doing? Why did he do that? It's a great finish from Giraudini. He didn't need to do that. I guess it still counts. The goal still counts. I will take it. It's a free kick for Sheffield United, though. Potts goes for goal. His headed effort is wide of the post. We need to do something. We need to do a change. Marlon Charles off for the bad boy Bobby Mills. Bill Melbourne off as well for Thiago Almada. Swapping you two over, because I think you're probably better that way round. I'd like that second goal. I'd like the second goal, so then our goal difference is officially better than Manchester United's. Andre is there, and Andre has scored his first ever goal for the club. He makes it 1-0, 2-0, that's how goals work. He makes it 2-0. We have got that second goal, 10 minutes still to play. Andre, who once was our most expensive player, if I'm not mistaken, has put us in front. 90 minutes have been played. The full-time whistle goes. It's a 2-0 victory. We got lucky. A poor first half was turned around in the second half. And Jabari Stanford pulling off a Rabona to assist Giardini. What more can you want? As expected then, we do go back top of the table. I think it's time for some maths, I think it's time for some maths. Giardini set for a goal bonus. He scored 19 goals in the league. 19! He scored 6 in the Europa League, 3 in the Carabao Cup. Didn't play a game in the FA Cup because we got knocked out. He's been an absolute beast for us this season, hasn't he? Absolute beast. 7.49 average rating. 7.42 out of all of those games. 28 goals in all competitions. 8 assists as well. He's been ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And he's only 21. Thinking about it, there's no point in working out any maths, is there? We've got 4 games left to play, and one of them is Manchester United. And that is the next match. If we beat United, we will be 6 points clear. It is as simple as that. We will be 6 points clear with 3 games left to play, which means we have to win 1 and draw 1, and that is it. We are champions of England. Next episode is going to be huge. It is going to be a big, big episode. So that is going to do it for this one. Please do remember to subscribe so you'll know when the next episode goes out. It'll be in 2 days' time because they're every other day. But please do hit that subscribe button. Also, if you enjoyed this episode, hit the like button as well. I'll be back next time with more Football Manager. And potentially, we might not necessarily be crowned champions of England, but we will be the champions elect come the end of next episode.